Konnichiwa, everyone! So, this video is going to be really scrambled because it's my first one and I'm still figuring out how I want to do this. Um, but I just wanted to give a quick update on life here in Japan. So, I've been really, really busy. Osogashi. Um, First week I was here, so I'm in my third week in Japan now. Yes, and first week I was here, I was at Tokyo Orientation, and it was a doozy. It was really exhausting. They had like everything planned to the hour. It was good information, great information, but totally exhausting. And then I came to Gunma, my prefecture, and I met some more people there and the Board of Education people, and I found out my school. Um, and from there, we stayed at a hotel for a couple days, and volunteers came and helped us in the community um, with getting like our bedding and just basic household essentials. I live in an apartment complex that comes basically equipped with everything, so that's super nice. Basically, the only appliance I needed to buy was a rice cooker. Um, but I did need to like get a futon and a bike and all that stuff. But the volunteer was so nice. She was so sweet, and there was also a previous ALT um, uh, assistant language teacher who had just finished up her work here, and she was helping me set up and get my phone figured out, and she was super helpful and super nice. I'm so grateful for all of her help. Oh, and I got my Japanese phone, my bank book, my residence card. Oh my gosh, there's so much of that. I just have all the logistical stuff. I got my Honko stamp. So this is like my official um, signature here in Japan. Instead of a signature, this is like your legal signature here, and it's called a ikan or a hanko, more informally. And I felt bad because, as you can see, my last name is really long, so it's pronounced in Japanese Insukofu, but it's hard for people to pronounce, and I feel kind of bad. I tell everybody to just call me Sarah-san, or just Sarah. Some people call me Sarah, and some people call me Sara, but I don't really care. It's funny though because Sara technically means, or can mean, dinner plate. Anyway, this is all jumbled together. I apologize for that. I got to meet my principal and my teachers, and they were all super nice. Oh, let me back up for a second. This is my phone, my Japanese phone. Yay, I need to get a case for it. I wanted to show a picture. So everybody uses an app called Line here. So that's my main form of communication. Here is a picture of, this is the volunteer and her daughter, who's super cute. And she would sing Disney songs in the car and talk with me, and with what little Japanese I could do. And she actually knew very good English. She was only 6. And this is the ALT that was helping me out, that has been here for 3 years. And then that's me. And this is in a dog cafe. So it's a lady that owns a cafe where she makes the food, and she owns 3 dogs that she lets wander around, and you can just pet them, and they wear these cute little diapers, and oh my gosh, it's so much fun. I don't want this video to take forever, so I apologize if this one's longer and unorganized, but so then I met my principal and my kaicho and the staff, and I am teaching at only one school, but I am teaching 13 classes at that one school. It's a pretty big school. It's 3 floors, and it goes from 1st grade to 6th grade. I will be teaching 1st, 2nd, 5th and 6th grade. All 4 classes of each. There's 4 first grade, 4, I don't remember exactly the numbers, but there's quite a bit in each grade that I'll teach, and that'll be fun. So I've been working on my self-introduction. I've been going to school. I literally have like 3 turns to get to my school, and it's 5 minutes away, walking distance. So that's super, super nice. Gunma is pretty unique in Japan, as it is known as the most car-friendly prefecture in all of Japan. It's known for Subaru and just cars in general. So a lot of people have cars. There's a lot more cars here than in the rest of Japan. Unfortunately, the trains here in Gunma aren't the best, and there aren't as many. So I have to rely pretty much on my bike and on the bus systems that aren't always desirable, but I'll figure it out. But I refuse to buy a car. I do have my international permit, but I can figure that out later if I need to. But some people are like, "You don't have a car? What are you doing?" Like I walked an hour and a half, 7 kilometers to get to church the first Sunday, and but people have been giving me a ride since because they were like, "What? Why did you do that? That's so long." But I don't know how. I don't want to hold my phone and ride my bike because I need it for my GPS. So it's like I'm like falling over. I'll update with a picture of my bike later, and let's see, highlight points. I've just been kind of preparing lessons, reading over the lessons that I'm going to be doing for the students. The students are all on summer break, and the second term will start on September 1st. So it's been really chill. I've been able to come to work in casual clothes. I have today off because there was a typhoon, and they wanted all the ALTs in Gunma to just stay home just in case, or at least in Takasaki, to stay home just in case. So basically, we got the day off. So that's kind of awesome. It did rain quite a bit last night, but it's not really raining at all right now. So it's kind of like a snow day here, only it's a typhoon day. Let's see. Tomorrow I have orientation, and I can talk about later stuff later. Anyway, I'm so scrambled. I apologize. It is really, really, really hot here. I guess the main points are at school, I've been basically working on cutting up stickers, studying lessons, talking with other teachers, realizing just how little Japanese I actually know. I got kind of frustrated at some point. I really need to study my Japanese more, but I know it'll get better. It's just, I wish I could just learn it now so I could just participate, but I kind of have to just listen at lunch when everybody's sitting together, and then sometimes they'll ask me a question and we'll try and figure it out together with my limited Japanese and their limited English. But I'll get there one step at a time. Same thing with church. There's quite a few people that speak English, but there's still most of them speak Japanese only, so it's a little difficult. Let's see. Oh, so we did a fire/earthquake evacuation drill at my school. That was very unique to Japan and very fun. It's a drill that they wanted all of the teachers to do in case an emergency were to happen, so we would know what to do with the students. So it would happen if we were on the 3rd floor of the building, of the school building, and if the exits got cut off, like there was a fire in the stairwell or earthquake caused it to come down or something like that. Oh, I did experience an earthquake. That was interesting. It woke me up at 2 in the morning, went off it was on for like 30 seconds, and I just sat there like, was that an earthquake? And I waited for an aftershock. There was no aftershock, and then I just went back to bed. But it was kind of exciting. don't really want to experience anything stronger than that, but there you go. I don't know exactly. Somebody said it was like at the epicenter it was 0.5, but I'm not sure exactly. Here in Gunma, we don't get quite as strong earthquakes, which is nice. Anyway, back to the fire escape thing. So they have these metal encased emergency boxes. So they had, in the case of an emergency where we need to get the kids out, there's this cloth chute is what they call it, but it's basically a slide, and there's two kinds. So one kind is, so you open the booth or the metal container, and then you throw over the cloth slide, and it has a little weight on it. It goes to the ground, and a teacher goes down first, and one of them's like a spiral. So it's like a spiral slide, only it's like a tube going straight down, but you have to like wiggle your way around. It's hard to explain. I'll see if I can find a picture. But it was super fun. And some of the teachers were really scared of it, but it was really fun. And then my kaicho, my principal, was filming and taking pictures, and there was one more other kind of slide that we practiced, which is a straight up chute, which is from the third floor down to the ground. So it's a chute that goes like this and then goes to the ground, and there's two people that hold down there once they get down there to help. And you can stop yourself a little bit with your feet up against the cloth, but you can kind of go as fast or as slow as you want. And since I thought it would be really fun, I went down really fast, and people were like, "Oh, you went down so fast!" They said, "Hayai," I think is fast, "Hayai." And I thought it was really fun. My principal came down the chute, like, filming on his iPhone the inside of the slide. It was really fun. Hopefully we never have to use that, because that would be really scary. But it was a really fun drill. I told them about, they said, "You don't have these in America?" I'm like, "No, we have something called stop, drop, and roll." And that's pretty much it. And then we have tornado drills, which you go and you lean up against something, cover your head. But here they have these, they're like funny looking cloth things that the kids put on their heads, and they're supposed to protect their head from falling objects in an earthquake. But yeah, just different things. I found out that I will be eating lunch with this, I have a lunch schedule, so I'll be eating the same lunch that the students get, and I'll eat with them with different classes, different days, starting the second week of teaching. And I'm really excited about that. Hopefully I can communicate with them some, because my Japanese needs a lot of work. Anyway, other things that have happened. Oh, so I have been able to go out with a bunch of friends and ALTs. Everybody's really nice and awesome here. And I met my supervisor, and I have had a lot of what's called mugi cha, which is the only tea that I will drink or can drink. But it's barley tea, it's cold, and it tastes like tobacco water. Everybody says just give it 2 weeks and you'll like it a lot better, but it's pretty bad. It's like a brown, clarish liquid. But yeah, anyway, mugi cha. It's an experience. And this past weekend there was a big festival, and I wore a traditional yukata. I posted pictures on Facebook. If you're friends with me on Facebook, you can go and check that out. And I got to go see the Matsuri Festival, which was my city's festival here in Takasaki. And it was mainly a Hanabi festival, which is a firework festival. And they had amazing fireworks. They had fireworks like in all the shapes, like of the prefecture mascot, which is Gunma-chan, and smiley faces and frogs and cats, and then just amazing fireworks displays. It was really awesome. And it went on for like an hour. And the food and the events, everything was awesome. I love festivals so much. Some random guy asked to draw me, so he drew my picture and then gave it to me. He said, "It only takes 3 minutes." I'm like, "Sure, why not?" Like 3 different random people asked to take my picture, along with some of my friends, and one of them said that he was going to enter a picture into a contest, and the picture that he was going to enter is one where I'm trying to eat an ice cream cone without it falling over, and everybody else is just staring at me. So if that wins, I'm going to end up in like the newspaper or something. So I kind of hope it doesn't, but yeah, it's interesting. Being the minority is definitely a new experience. Here's the drawing that the man gave me. And I was really impressed because he did it while I was eating. I was eating yakisoba, and he gave it to me and was just like, "Here you go." I was like, "Oh my gosh, thank you." I also had my yukata on wrong. I use a YouTube video, and my friend helped me do the tie, which was perfect, but I put the left side over, or I don't remember. I put it on wrong, which means it's like a corpse. So there was this little old lady who literally just like grabbed me by the arm and pulled me into this tent where she had this changing area, and she just redressed me the proper way. And I was like, "What's happening?" And the group of people I was with were like, "Sarah just got abducted." But we were looking for someone, and I found the girl that we were looking for in the tent, because apparently she was wearing hers wrong as well. She was getting it fixed. But that was super nice of her to do it, and they didn't ask for any money or anything, which was totally different. Like, when he started drawing my picture, I was like, "Oh no, it's going to be another Paris thing." When I was in Paris, a guy started drawing me, and then it's like, "Okay, give me €20," and I'm like, "What the heck?" But here, nope, people are just really nice. It's just Japan. The only bad thing was, the day before, there was a festival, like, or fireworks show on Mount Haruna, which I went to with a couple of friends, and it's this big mountain that's basically like the second Mount Fuji, like the mini Mount Fuji, and there's a big caldera that has a lake in it, and they shoot fireworks off, and it reflects in the lake, and there were like lasers and food booths and everything. We didn't think we were going to make it, so I told my friends that we should just go to a mountain nearby, so I just put it into Google Maps, and somehow it took us to Mount Haruna when we thought that would be crowded, but we got up there really fast. Happy accident, but that was super fun and really awesome. I have lots of pictures from that, and it was just an amazing experience. I love Mount Haruna. I'm going to want to go hike there all the time. It makes me feel more at home, like Colorado. But back to the regular festival, when it came to time for the fireworks in Takasaki City, I hadn't been drinking very much water, and I've been drinking some of the Mugicha people have been giving me for free, but I was like, "Oh, I don't want to miss anything," and I was just so excited, and it was really, really hot. I didn't realize quite how hot it was, so halfway through the fireworks, I had a heat stroke. Basically, I got a really bad migraine. I threw up and fell over in the fetal position. Luckily there was a guy who was a trained nurse who helped me out, and unfortunately this isn't my first time having one of these, but this one was pretty bad. So a lot of people helped me, and they almost called 119, which is 911 here. They almost insisted on taking me to the hospital to get an IV, but I was able to get home safely with lots of help, and without going into a bunch of details, the medical staff people were really helpful and kind, and I know that I really do need to drink a lot more water here. It is very, very humid and very, very hot. I don't exactly know how to dry my clothes entirely, but we'll see. I'm still a little hesitant to put them outside because I don't want bugs to get on them, but I'll probably have to do it eventually. let's see. Yesterday, um, oh, and to get home, they walked me to the train with like one person on one arm, one person on the other arm, and two people were like fanning me and put like ice packs on my forehead and back of my neck to try and cool me down. It really was so nice. It was really embarrassing though, because it was like my first time meeting a bunch of them, and I was like, okay, we need to meet again sometime because this is really awkward. Um, but everybody's super nice and takes care of me. And then the girl who lives really close to me um, came with me on the train, and then we got a taxi from the train stop back here, which was kind of expensive, but I didn't really care at that point. I just wanted to get home in my bed. And I'm sure I'm forgetting a bunch of stuff, but I already have this new. Oh my gosh, it's already 20 minutes long, so I don't want to ramble on and on forever. If you watched it this far, I'm impressed. Yay. I will try and be better in the future about my having shorter summaries. Also, this one was a little bit longer because it was covering over 2 weeks, and I'm still figuring everything out. Sorting trash in Japan is a real chore. I just have to say that. I'm hoping to learn a lot more Japanese, and yeah, I think that's really all for now. If I remember something more, maybe I'll put it in the next video. Let me know if you like this video, if it's too long, or if you would prefer I do something else. I don't really want to do a letter because it would take me forever, and I can talk a lot faster in a camera than I can do a letter, but feedback would be great. So I'm going to post this on YouTube, and I think I'm going to share it so that only people who have the link that I give them can view it. So if you want to share it with somebody, you're more than welcome to. You just have to share the link, and they can click on it and watch. So anyway, oh, typhoon. Yeah, yesterday was a typhoon, and they decided to cancel school today. So I'm just at home. I think I already said that. Oh my gosh. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna go, but hopefully that gives you an update on life here in Japan a little bit, and I am off to orientation tomorrow, and we'll see how it goes. All right. To family and friends and whoever else watches this, sayonara and ja mata. I'll see you later. Thanks, and let me know if you have any questions in the comments.